Thank you. It's an honor to be here on behalf of the town council and myself. You know, what a beautiful day this is that we can gather in this historic building that I remember growing up in Taos, and you know, especially celebrating this building during one of our most prestigious times of the year, during our Fiestas de Taos. You know, when you look outside and you see the majestic mountains that we have, we need to really encompass and promote what Taos really is. The history, the tradition, the culture, just the uniqueness of Taos. Every time I go representing Taos out of town, whether it's in Chicago, we were at a conference a couple of weeks ago. You mentioned Taos and everybody says, wow, you're from Taos. And we don't realize the fortune that we have in the beauty that we have in Taos. And as mayor of the town of Taos, I am honored to represent the people from Taos. You know, what the fiestas means. Fiestas, in my eyes, it means that all cultures could come together and celebrate our way of life in Taos. The preservation of the arts, the preservation of our traditions, our culture, our acequias, just the way Taos is in northern New Mexico. And we're a gem of Taos, and I've carried that message to the governor. Whenever we're seeking funding, whether jointly with the county, and yes, we can be in the same building as the county, you know, as far as, you know, promoting our common good. You know, just because we disagree on certain things, that doesn't mean we lose focus on some of these initiatives. And I commit to the county commission that the town of Taos is fully committed to supporting your efforts in restoring this building to its fullest potential. You know, so on behalf of the mayor and council, I'd like to read this proclamation, and it reads as follows. Office of the Mayor, whereas the Fiestas de Taos is a time in the year that Taoseños for many generations have taken to reunite and reconnect with the traditions of celebrating their history and culture in the company of their families, friends, and neighbors, and whereas the Fiestas de Taos is also a time of homecoming for the great extended family of Taoseños, including those who were born here, lived here for a time, married or honeymooned here, descend from generations of family here, or once visited and fell in love with Taos, and whereas the town of Taos wishes to welcome all celebrants coming to Taos, no matter if they come to attend formal ceremonies, the parade, other activities related to the fiestas, or have come home to simply quietly spend time with their families and friends. And whereas beginning this year, the town of Taos wishes to formally acknowledge and honors those from the great extended family of Taoseños coming home during the fiestas. And whereas the town of Taos also wishes to acknowledge the Amigos de Taos, those from the great extended family of Taoseños whom we miss because they are not with us at the fiestas this year, and invite them to come home and join us next year. Now, therefore, I, Darren Cordova, Mayor of Taos, do hereby proclaim July 20th, 2013 as Amigos de Taos Day here in Taos, New Mexico. Signed this day, Office of the Mayor. Thank you and welcome. Thank you.
Amigos de Taos is something that I think we all who live here, have visited here, have that special feeling about Taos, and that's what this is trying to capture for all of us. And so I want to introduce the town manager, Oscar Rodriguez, to talk a little bit about Amigos de Taos.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you very much, Mayor. With this celebration, we're mixing a couple of things, a couple of celebrations. One is the bringing back of this building into the center of the community, center of the activities that we're all used to on the plaza. And so it's a very important thing. The other one is the launch of an effort by the town to reach out to this extended family of Taoseños, whom we're calling Amigos de Taos. It's something that we're starting new this year. It's formally, I trust, though, that it's something that's always been going on, maybe even after the first fiestas, to try and get people to come back and to keep coming back. And so we have looked, this past year we looked around and we saw that there are Taoseños all around the world, all around the country certainly, and many of them make their annual trek back here for the fiestas. I know one of our council members, Rui Abeta, is very proud to tell everyone that although he lived all around the world working or serving in the Air Force, there was only one time that he did not come to the fiestas, and that was when he was stationed in Turkey. Otherwise, he came here, he made an effort of coming here wherever he was in the world, wherever he was in the country to come here, because he knew, well, it was special to him, and he knew this is where he would run into family and friends that he would otherwise not be able to meet. And so the effort with Amigos de Taos is simply to emphasize that, emphasize what people are already doing, which is hoping that friends and family will come here and that they will see them here. And so we're just trying to boost that. So as you see, a lot of this sort of propaganda. It's called Amigos de Taos. We're doing a lot of other things out there. There's a booth out in the plaza trying to get people to sign up so that we can then reach out to people via Facebook and other social media, so that people will know what's happening here and know when it's appropriate to come, or at least when, if they come, to be able to run into other friends and family. So I would just ask you to pay attention to that. For those of you who then go out there and run into Taoseños in New York City, in Paris, wherever you run into them, in Albuquerque, in Dallas, wherever you run into them, just tell them about that. Tell them that they're not forgotten, that we still want them to come home, and that we still pay attention to them. They're still very welcome. There's a big effort behind trying to get them to stay in touch, and that they will always be welcome with open arms coming back here anytime, especially in the fiestas. And so that's what we're trying to do. Some of the other things that we're trying to do, working with Kid Carson, Cooperative Electric, is to put the webcam so you see the plaza. And in fact, you'll see that right now. Maybe if we can get to see it here, there are a couple of webcams on the plaza that show real time what's happening there. They're on all the time. You can get them at Kid Carson. It's kidcarson.net, Taos Plaza Live. Kid Carson net / Taos Plaza Live. And the idea is so that the Taoseños that aren't able to come can still participate via the webcam. And for those who every once in a while just need to get their fix of what it's like back home, can also come to his webcam and see what the activity is. Now, at the same time, Kid Carson is putting other webcams around the community, so you can even see a sunset. In fact, right now it's not quite the sunset, but this is a cam. Among others, you'll be able to see pretty soon. So that if you're far away and you just want to see once again that sunset from home, you can see it. You can see it here. There'll be other ones. We're trying to get one also at the airport and other places, so that, again, as you travel around the world, you want to see what Taos Mountain looks like right now. You heard it snowed. You heard it's a wonderful sunset today, etc. You can go out there and see it. And all of the idea behind this is to keep that extended family connected, close, wanting to come back home, and always feeling that there's people here who still love them, who still want them to come home, and who still very much look forward to seeing them at the many events that we have here. So anyway, that's what we're trying to do with Amigos de Taos. Originally, we thought, and maybe this will happen next year, we originally thought that this event, or this, we would sort of create a farewell ceremony at the end of the fiestas, to tell the Taoseños who came from elsewhere, to tell them, farewell for now, see you next year. But in order to try and bring emphasis to what we're doing with this building, we moved it here for the first time, and so that way we would have just one combined event. But next year, look for this event to be sort of towards the end of the fiestas, and for there to be other things that we're going to be putting together with Kid Carson and the broadband capabilities that are here, so that extended family can stay in touch. and that we can keep this family together. Anyway, without any more, that's what you have. Ask anybody that's anywhere close to this propaganda, what it's about. They'll tell you more, how you can stay connected, and over time, hopefully, it will be easier and easier and easier to stay connected and find reasons to come back home.